boy Jayvez from Love Locks.
What going on?
You know, he hold it down. I don't know if y'all heard his music, but you got to go ahead and get the music if you ain't heard it. Where can they get the music from?
Right now, we got a single out that's on all the social media platforms, all your favorite platforms, Spotify's and your iTunes. It's called Love Locks Official. It's the first single released off of the debut album of my band's Love Locks Experiment. That single's called Love Locks Official.
Yes, word is dope. And we're gonna put all them links there just in case y'all don't know.
Yeah. Everything Love Locks EX, LUVLOCEX.
Cool. Well, all right, real quick. Matter of fact, where can they find you? Instagram,
everything. As I was saying, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything. Love Locks EX, LUVLOCZEX.
Y'all go ahead and follow that man and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Quick question. What was your first experience with music?
My first experience with music would have to be... Let me think. My first experience with music would have to be... The first one I can remember, like, when it really was like, okay, it was a thing. It was probably at football practice, and I remember riding to school, and my mom was listening to the radio, and I think it was like Doug Banks back then or something like that. And Missy Elliott was on there. She was talking about how she used to rap about roaches in her sink and just make up songs around the house. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna make up a song. But I couldn't really make it up, so what I did was I took Busta Rhymes, Woo-Ha, I Got You All in Check, and I put my own lyrics to it. Then I went to football practice the next day, and I said it at football practice, and it was like, oh yeah, that was sweet, you know. I mean, all the kids in the neighborhood wanted me to rap it, so that's kind of how I really got my start.
That's what made you know you was dope, basically, right?
I'm guessing. I kind of jacked the song, but
you feel it.
Put my own lyrics to it.
Well, you kind of answered this next question, but how has music affected your life, bro?
Shoot, you probably wouldn't know me if it wasn't for music. Music is like oxygen to me. You know what I mean? I've tried not to do it, and it didn't work out too well. So I know I'm supposed to be doing it. So it doesn't only affect my life; it consumes it.
Right. I feel you.
I am music.
I feel you. So look, so that means you probably gonna say yeah to this, but if you never made any money from music, would you still do it?
Oh man, you know it. Shit, I'm doing it now. I need some money. Just
go follow that boy. Go and buy all that merch.
More money CDs, man. No, yeah, more for sure. Like I said, it's something that brings me happiness outside of anything else. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a tough thing to take something that you love and try to make money out of it because it stops being fun sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can suck the fun out of or the happiness out of something trying to make it lucrative and make sense. But you know, it's a balance in everything. So, but I love it. I definitely would do it.
Me personally, bro, it's like I feel like music is one of those things where people who are gonna appreciate it, like they'll search out the real artists and like the people who not necessarily mainstream, and they really looking for that. You know
only real music lovers dig in the crates.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else just kind of listen to what everybody else listen to. But if you really like in tune with your star player, as Cat Williams said, you know, your rhythm, you know, whatever drives you rhythmatically, you gonna find you some music. You gonna go dig. You gonna find what you looking for. You know?
All day. So, matter of fact, speaking of what moves you rhythmatically and everything, give me your top 5 artists like that affected you, that influenced you.
Top 5, I'm gonna have to go with Tribe Called Quest. Number 1, I'm gonna have to go with James Brown. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go with Louis Armstrong. Number 3, Bob Marley. Number 4, and number 5 would be Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill, that's interesting. Everybody like Lauryn Hill, man. She's so soulful. It's funny how somebody like her, she a prime example of an artist that can have such an effect But she only had what, like 2 albums? Am I tripping?
Because it's not about the time spent, it's about the body of work. And when that body of work is such an influence as the Bible is,
right.
When you listen to Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, it's almost a blueprint to how to make good music without it being sexual, how to make good music without it being on a high level. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of good music out there, but on a high level, if you're not mentioning Lauryn Hill as one of your top MCs, I got a problem with your list because of what she did in a short period of time, and the heights she reached within that period of time has never been done. It's probably never be done again.
Yeah, she was probably one of the most spiritual artists that I ever seen that wasn't like a gospel artist.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
She was the era of what we know as neo soul.
Yeah,
she was the queen of that.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Tone. If you could bring back one artist who died, who would it be and why?
James Brown, man. James.
Y'all can't see me when I'm doing the feet right now.
Come on, man. Come on, get his feet. Yo, James Brown theory changed the game several times over. You wouldn't know what hip hop was if it wasn't for James Brown. You wouldn't know what funk was if it wasn't for James Brown. You wouldn't know what sensual R&B, soul R&B, if it wasn't for James Brown. That's 3 generations. I can't name another artist that has been more influential in music than James Brown. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Just based upon. His catalog is crazy.
He probably been chopped and screwed more than everybody.
Man, first of all, he's the most sampled artist in history. And he will continue to be, because every time you try to go sample somebody else, they already done sampled James Brown. So, you know what I'm saying, from the earlier stages of hip hop, you know what I mean, the first song to go double platinum was a song called, what's your man? Public Enemy. Fight the Power. That was a sample from the Funky Drummer. Funky Drummer being the most sampled record ever made by James Brown. Clyde forgets Clyde's last name. But was his drummer at the time that's on that beat. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, you talking hip hop, you talking R&B, you talking funk, you talking James Brown all day.
Man, for sure. All right, so look, one more time, give us the social media links, anything like that, any shout outs?
No doubt, man. Shout out to the Love Lock, shout out to Sax Tone, shout out to my man G-Stringz. Shout out to the world, man. You're doing something great. You're doing something positive. Shout out to you. My name is Jayvez. You can find me on social media, mostly with the band, the Love Locks. Everything LUVLOCZEX, Love Locks EX, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We got all kind of stuff coming up. Album release party coming up 4/20. If you see this before that, if you don't, the album coming out, the Honey and Sage album is coming out. The first live project. It's gonna be fire, man. You just gotta tap in, family, tap in.
So listen, y'all already know, y'all gotta stay tuned. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Peace. One love.
Go get a copy. Poetic University. It's representing the city. It's representing us. Go handle that. We support each other. Y'all support us. We support y'all. Let's go. Hey.
Do you love music? Do you love art and expression? Do you love thoughtful interviews? Well, subscribe now.